Yogyakarta is a popular tourist destination on the island of Java, Indonesia. A lot of people will say that Yogyakarta is the heart and soul of Indonesia, as the town is a hub for art and education. I spent a short one-day stay here and visited the Beringharjo Market, which is known for their Batik, a type of fabric. Visited the elegant Taman Sari, which are the royal water baths, and finally to the magnificent Borobudur Temple, which is the largest and oldest Buddhist temple in the world. I also stayed 2 nights at the Hotel Tentrum, and I highly recommend this hotel for the amazing breakfast buffet served each morning. We are heading to the Beringharjo Market, which is known for their Batik, which is like patterned fabric. So in Yogyakarta, you can book a driver to take you around. Okay, so we arrived in the Beringharjo. You can buy pottery and I think batik. So we're just gonna take a look and see what's it like. I think there's some music over there. I don't know what it is. Let's check it out. So this is Batik. You can see that it's got this really cute pattern here. Batik is a technique of wax-resist dyeing applied to the whole cloth. This technique originated from the island of Java, Indonesia. The Beringharjo Market was packed with stores selling Batik fabric and clothing. Everywhere you looked, there would be colorful items on racks. There were skirts, dresses, shirts, and pants. I was on a hunt to find something that was uniquely Indonesian, but also something that I could wear back home in Hong Kong. It's so hot here. It's only like before 12 o'clock and I'm already sweating when we're walking through the market. So we're just sitting down to have some coffee. Actually, Indonesian coffee has a very distinct flavor. They call it kopi, K-O-P-I. It's got a bit of like a bitter taste to it. I'm not really a fan of it, but this one is just a regular coffee. And I think they put some cheese foam on top. We've entered into like a department store looking store, and there's a lot of really good Indonesian food around. Right across from the Batik market, and it's very elegant here. Here is a shelf of coffee. I feel like Indonesian coffee or kopi has quite a distinct flavor. It's kind of bitter. It doesn't taste like your regular coffee that you get in America, but it's got that distinct bitter flavor. Some green coffee Java. This one's like powdered coffee. Definitely a must try in Indonesia to try their coffee. So something to try in Yogyakarta is this tamarind drink. So you can try this tamarind drink everywhere. It tastes like kind of really mild. It's very, very healthy and good for you. Something to try when you're here.
Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone.
We're entering the Taman Sari, which is the water baths of the Sultan. So Yogyakarta is actually the only, I guess, state or province in Indonesia that's still ruled by the Sultan. It's one of the tourist hotspots to come here in Yogyakarta. It's actually so hot today. We just got our tickets. It's about 15,000, which is about $1.50 Canadian. So we got our tickets, and now we're gonna head in. We are in the Sultan's water bath, and I think I read somewhere online that the Sultan used to throw a rose from a high tower. I don't know where the high tower is, but he would throw a rose. Whoever catches the rose would become his wife. This is a very beautiful bath. The water is really, I guess maybe the pool is making the water a nice colored blue. And I can see the Java architecture. It's very beautiful here. Behind the Taman Sari, there was a little alleyway with little shops which had quite a hipster vibe. So we've arrived at the Borobudur Temple, which is the oldest Buddhist temple in the world. and it takes about an hour and 15 minutes from the center of Yogyakarta. And so we rented a driver, so he helped us drive here. You're going through like little tiny windy roads, but made it here. So to buy the ticket, it's about 37.5, and now we're just entering the park. So when you enter the park, you can rent these shuttle cars, and it's about 20,000 for one way. So it takes you all the way to the temple. So we're at Borobudur, about to ascend. So Borobudur is a UNESCO heritage site, and we're about to ascend to the top. So Borobudur is the oldest and biggest Buddhist temple in the whole entire world. It was built in the 6th century. Back then, a lot of people were Buddhist, so this is a Buddhist temple. And then about in the 14th or 16th century, Indonesia was converted into an Islamic state, so then the temple was abandoned. So we're about to head into the top, so let's go. Very, very nice. Actually, if you take a look at the architecture, the bricks are laid as in a interlocked puzzle. I'm not sure we're able to move up the structure up top. It's kind of like bells. The structure is like bells. This temple is actually very nice if you come here during sunrise, but I mean you gotta wake up super early. Unfortunately, the top of the temple was closed off due to COVID, which is such a bummer because if you're paying that much for a ticket, and there are tourist prices and local prices in which the tourist prices are comparatively more expensive, you would want to be able to see the main attraction. We actually didn't know that it was closed off, but only overheard a tour guide mention it, and that was only when we were already in the temple. Oh well, it was still pretty magnificent from the base. So I am in Yogakarta in Hotel Tentrum, and this is the lovely pool. It is amazing. Pool behind me. I think it's especially beautiful at night. Like it just glows and the water is blue. I think this hotel depicts kind of like classic elegance with a hint of modern in it. The breakfast in the morning is amazing. I will show you all the food that we had this morning, but we have one more day here. Also, today is our last day in Yogakarta. We are going to Bali tomorrow. We're taking the airplane from the Yogyakarta International Airport, flying all the way to Bali. It takes about an hour and a half, then we'll land in Bali, then we're going to be staying in Kuta. So stay tuned. So apparently a lot of stars have stayed here. So I can see there's like Mariah Carey, there's Barack Obama. The gym is really beautiful. It's got a lot of really good equipment. It can pretty much be like a standalone gym itself. So this is a room where we will have our breakfast tomorrow. We had our breakfast today here and it was amazing. It's like really, really spacious, and there's a lot of like local foods, buffet style breakfast here.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud.
Good morning everybody. Today we're heading to Bali. We're leaving in about like 30 minutes and we're about to go to our buffet breakfast. So I'm going to show you what it's like, and we don't have too much time, so it's going to be quite a rush. Yeah.
We just wanna have fun, the trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
So I got the soup. I think it's like a beef soup. They just added all the ingredients that you want in your soup, and so let's try it. So yesterday I tried a lot of the desserts as well. They really like to eat mochi here. Mochi is like a big thing for their dessert. Maybe I'll just grab some more mochi before I leave. A bit of a rush because we have to head to the airport. And it takes 2 hours to get to the airport from Yogyakarta Central to the Yogyakarta International Airport. So we have to leave a lot earlier than I expected, but that's okay. So let's try the soup. It's got that beef in it. Yeah, nice and hot and steaming with some tomatoes, cilantro, and I'm not sure what this is, but maybe it's like potatoes or cassava. It's not a squash. It's actually one of those like cassava things. It's quite chewy. It doesn't have much of a taste, but it's okay. It's so flavorful. If you imagine eating like pho and just drinking the beef broth without minerals, that's what it tastes like.
We just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song.
You'll see a lot of this ingredient in Indonesian food. It's called tempe. It's basically a fermented soybean cake comparable to tofu. But the consistency is really chewy, kind of like as if you're eating cheese but grainy. So here I have it in a curry and it soaked up the curry flavor really well. This really unique flavor of gelato, it's a bit of like a mint flavor, so I mixed it with my chocolate gelato the other day. It was amazing. We've arrived at the Yogyakarta International Airport. It is about a 1-hour drive from the city. So this airport is actually new. The old airport used to be closer to the city center. So what we did is when we were in Jakarta, we left my big luggage at the hotel. So I'm just traveling in Yogyakarta and to Bali with like this backpack and then like my purple backpack that's been with me for ages. So just trying to travel light. So I thought that the ride to the airport would be 1.5 to 2 hours. So now we're really early and our gate isn't even open yet. So yeah, we're just gonna sit around and walk around the airport. It's very spacious here. I love it. It's got a lot of like the Javanese art and kind of inspiration architecture in the airport. So that's it for my video today. I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for my next adventure in Bali. Bye guys!